Hello, guys. It's your girl, this is Charm here. We're gonna talk about it in a second. Let me just drop my intro. So, I bleached my eyebrows, right? They're a bit brighter right now because I have my makeup on and everything. They're actually darker than my hair. And I don't know how to feel about it. I think maybe if I was like a darker complexion, I would be like, yes, feeling it. But I don't know. Whenever I do shit to myself, I don't know how to feel about it, and then I like get into it or I start feeling it. So it's not like I'm gonna immediately dye my brows black again. I might fill them in black for another video, or maybe I'll feel it. I don't know. Anyways, happy whichever day it is. I don't know what day it is. I kind of like this episode, but it was bittersweet again with the favoritism and everything. Not much was really happening this episode, but it was kind of like a feel-good episode, I guess. Anyways, let's just jump right into it. The girls walk into the workroom and Utica says that the lip sync that she just did lit her up and it made her feel alive. And the girls are kind of confused because they're just like, what? You liked doing that? I was like, Utica is weird, don't question it. Olivia gives a speech about her being in the bottom and that she needs to pull herself together, blah, blah, blah. The girls always give that speech. The mini challenge is like this psychic reading thing. I won't review it because I really didn't care for it. But the main challenge, right, is the makeover challenge. So how the makeover challenge usually work is the girls would either get a family member or a best friend to come in and they'll make them over to be twinsies, right? But because of the era that we are in right now, a panini, they have to make over each other into each other, which is really cool. So they're going to turn themselves into doppelgangers. Here are the groups: Tina and Rose, Denali and Olivia, Utica and Simone, Candy and Gottmik. We all know that Simone is this ebony goddess. She's blackity black black black. I've said this over and over again. And Utica is just a weirdo. So Simone is kind of nervous about letting go and being the weirdo that Utica is. And what Utica is worried about is appropriating, because this is a girl that didn't want to wear an afro even though the person that had the afro was a white man. So you can tell that she's kind of nervous getting placed in something that is very cultural. There were conversations happening while they were getting ready for the main stage, but to be honest, I did not care for it. Nothing really sparked my interest, so we're not going to talk about any of those conversations that were happening, and we're just going to move straight to the main stage. All right, RuPaul walks down in this ensemble and she looks like a goddess. I mean, her looks this season really have been hitting. She looks so good. So for the runway this week, the girls don't need to follow a particular theme as it relates to the looks. They just need to be the doppelganger and kill it. They need to walk like this person. They need to embody their mannerisms. They need to look like this person, or as close to this person as possible, because you can't really look like the person. There's different body types, there's different body shapes, there's different skin colors, but you know what I'm saying. First off, we have Rose as Tina, right? Firstly, Tina should have given Rose her signature colors, because right now I'm looking at this suburban housewife look and I'm not seeing Tina on it at all. We're so used to seeing Tina come out in her red, her orange, her yellow. This look is so tame. Other than the colors, right, the dress makes Rose look tiny, and it makes her legs look so short. Everybody knows that Tina is a big bitch. So what Tina should have done was given her a dress or an outfit that elongated her legs and didn't swallow her up, right? There was a reveal underneath this horrible dress. I did not like the reveal. It didn't make any sense. It could have stayed. Like, I was just not feeling the whole look. Rose's makeup was horrible. I mean, it was Tina, because Tina do her face some way, I'm not lie, but I was just not feeling it at all. And I don't think that Rose got Tina's mannerisms down either. It was just a no from me. So we're moving on to Tina as Rose, and Tina killed it. I'm not gonna lie, it made more sense. Tina had Rose's mannerisms down to a T. That pink hair, that dress, it was really good. I'm not a fan of the makeup, but hey, whatever. Denali did such a good job on Olivia. Olivia stepped out and she looked like signature Denali. The hair, the makeup, even though the judges didn't like the makeup was rough, but I could see Denali on Olivia 100%. There are some little things that I didn't like about the way Olivia presented herself, like that little skate thing that she did across the stage. You could see that she was really in her head thinking about it, but overall Olivia looked good. Did she get Denali's mannerisms down? Not 100%, but I can give it a pass. Denali as Olivia was absolutely horrible. The judges said that Olivia should have given Denali curly hair, and I think that she should have done that. I 100% agree with it. I also think that Olivia should have given Denali a little purse, because we have been seeing Olivia with those little purses, and I think it has become somewhat of a signature of hers. So the orange hair was a no, the dress was a no, the fur tail purse thing was a no. I've never seen Olivia in anything close to that. I think maybe the ostrich puffs, but then again, that's like two different things. Denali did have Olivia's mannerisms down pack, but because of how she looked, she literally could have been anybody. Moving on from that catastrophe, Simone's Utica was on point. The weirdness, the makeup, the hair, it was everything, and I could tell from a mile away that it was Utica. Mainly because Utica's signature style is so unique, and the way she moves is so unique. It was definitely an advantage for this group on the stage. It was perfect. I have no complaints. Now Utica as Simone, oh my god. Oh my god, you can't tell me said this isn't Simone right here. So Utica sold it. Utica had the attitude, she had the Simone walk with a bounce, and the way she stepped to the end of the stage and popped the collar. It was just everything and a bag of chips. I loved that Utica stepped out and represented Simone in a beautiful way. She was not stereotypical at any point in time. She was very graceful, and I just love that. I did enjoy Utica coming out there and not being Utica. She was serious. She was walking straight. She had Simone mannerisms down to a T. Her face, just everything. Gottmik as Candy felt more like a character in an overacting challenge. She was very vocal, which I've never seen Candy do. She was down on the floor. She was throwing gang signs. I was just not getting Candy. She was just so rough. As it relates to the look, it was pointed out by one of the other girls that the colors are more Tina than Candy, and I understand that completely because Tina has signature colors, and I've never seen Candy in this streetwear type of look. Just judging by her other looks that she has presented on stage, when I think of Candy, I think of nudes and pinks and denims even, and I think about diamonds, because when Candy comes on stage, even though she has a roughness to her and she's bangy and she has the attitude, she's also soft. So she doesn't come on stage and like throw hands or stuff like that. She gives the attitude that suggests that she can throw hands, but she doesn't throw hands, and I really didn't like what Gottmik presented. I think Candy did a better job. She came out and she was like the ooh and the ah. Even though she was still vocal as well, I did not like that. She did seem like a character as well, but she was more toned down than Gottmik was, alright? She did get some of the mannerisms down though. But as it relates to the look, I think that Gottmik should have given Candy a full face paint in white, not the half a face, because we're so used to seeing Gottmik in the full white face. That's her signature look, and it would have 100% screamed Gottmik. It is judging time now, right? And all of the girls are being judged. There's no like safe girls per se to go around to backstage. They're just judging everybody. I realized that the judges did not call out Gottmik and Candy for being over the top and being characters, but then again, am I surprised? No, because favoritism. The girls are asked the dreaded question, who should go home and why? Most of the girls said Olivia, rightfully so, because what Olivia did to Denali was a hate crime, right? That was some shit. Olivia said that she's basing her answer on the whole competition and she thinks that Utica should go home. Denali said that she thinks that Candy should go home because Gottmik's look looks more like a Tina Burner look, alright? Candy went into this whole long ass speech saying that her group had the hardest challenge because they're two different sizes and they had to do more than everybody else. Honey, you're in a competition. That is one. And two, Candy is the biggest person there. So no matter who she got grouped with, she still would have had to do extra work because most of the girls are smaller. And when you look across the board, none of the girls had the same body type. The only girls that had similar body types were Utica and Simone. She then went in saying that flames, nor the color orange, red or yellow, does not belong to Tina, and Tina could never walk down the runway looking this whole and looking this flawless and blah blah blah. Anyways, at the end of the speech, she said that Olivia and Denali were the weakest group. The girls go around the back, the judges deliberate, they come back around. Candy and Gottmik are safe. Utica and Simone, they won. Finally, my girls won. And they won together. I'm so happy for them, and that was 100% deserved. Since they're judging in groups, we already know who's in the bottom. Olivia and Denali. The lip sync song, surprisingly, took me for a loop. It was Shackles by Mary Mary, a gospel song. Y'all, RuPaul's Drag Race is a goddamn mess. Personally, I think that Denali did a better job than Olivia. Denali embodied the song more. Denali did more. But because of favoritism, Denali was the one to go home. Not much went on in Untucked, but you know, let's spend the next 3 minutes talking about it. There was no drama. It was like a love fest. Nobody kind of said what they said and stuck to it. So when the girls got around to the back, they were explaining why they chose who they chose. And if I was in the competition, Mo don't explain shit to anybody. I said your name. Bye. Denali, she backtracked and she said that she doesn't really think that Candy should go home, but she had to say a name. She wasn't going to say her own name, even though she know that she did a bad job, and she wasn't going to say Olivia's name because Olivia was her partner. Candy's mom came on screen, and I'm assuming this is why production kept Candy so long, because they wanted to show us what Candy's mother looks like. I don't know, but Candy's mother is really beautiful. She's really young. I didn't understand one goddamn thing that Candy's mother had to say, but hey, at the end of the day, it was a sweet little moment. The highlight of Untucked for me was when Utica and Simone had a little heart to heart. Simone said that it felt really nice to not be herself on the runway and to have a little bit more fun and to be goofy, and she said she really enjoyed that. Utica said that she's never felt more powerful on the stage before, and this challenge made her realize that she hides her insecurities behind her goofiness, and to not have her goofiness to rely on stage made her challenge what Simone had, which is this beautiful power, and Utica described it as magical, and Simone was over there blushing her face off. We all know how the episode ends. Denali goes home for Olivia's mistakes, and I'm upset about it, but I'm not as upset as the episode where they did keep Candy. So this episode was a bit bittersweet for me because my girls Utica and Simone did win, but then it kind of did break my heart to see Denali go home, especially due to the fact that she never deserved to go home. And that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy the rest of your week and stuff. My social media links are down in my description box, so y'all can just go down there and click it and follow me here, there, and everywhere. You understand? So you can see my beautiful face. You know how it goes. Listen, remember to leave in the comments, share the video with your friends that you know watch Drag Race, share my video on Twitter, on Instagram, all them nice things there. Show your friends my weird ass eyebrows. That's all I have. Remember to be a beautiful soul, not just a gorgeous face, and until next time, bye. I just dyed my brows on a whim, and they worked for the first time ever, and here I am.